How are we for visibility here? Okay. So we have three views of Jesus in Advent, three perspectives, three ways to consider Jesus. The first one is anticipation of the Messiah. This goes way back, way back. Early on, he was called the Promised One. And you remember the verse from Isaiah, a virgin shall conceive and bear a son, and his name will be Emmanuel, God with us. So it's in Isaiah. The other form of that anticipation was as a son of David, the culmination of the lineage of King David. And our first reading from Jeremiah reminds us of that, raising up for David a just shoot. The image is a dead tree stump, decaying, dead, and a shoot comes up from the roots, and there's new life. That is the image of the Messiah. Messiah is Hebrew, Christ is Greek, same concept. Okay, so we have anticipation of the Messiah. We have the biblical historical Jesus that we're very familiar with. Birth, teaching, passion, resurrection, ascension. We see that in the second reading today, the continuation of Paul's teaching, of Christ's teaching, passing that along, building new churches, teaching people, bringing them into the faith. The third perspective of Jesus is the second coming, last days, future. In the grand scheme of time, this would be past. We are more here, kind of here, and this is future. And curiously enough, you find that in the book of Job in the Old Testament. Who would look for resurrection and last days in Job? Job 19:25. I know my Redeemer lives, and he shall stand on the last days. And of course, in our gospel today, we have it with Jesus himself preaching about seeing the Son of Man coming in clouds with the power and great glory. You know, the rest of that sounds kind of doom and gloom, that reading, but there you see that, right in the center of all that doom and gloom. Just like in Job, all this doom and gloom, and Job says, yeah, but I know the answer to this. So that's the three perspectives. And our trusty Abe here is going to put it up for us so we can see this as they go along. We also have three themes of Advent. Waiting, of course. And the only expression I could use that would be fit for church would be, oh, so long. Waiting. King David died, they say, historically, roughly 1,000 years before Christ. That's a very long time. That's a very long pregnancy. And speaking of pregnancy, that would be theme number 2. In both senses of the physical. You speak to young parents and they talk about hoping and praying and longing to see this child and hold the child and hear that child's first cry. That's the anticipation that we're talking about. There's also a philosophical sense of expecting a baby that you hear more from grandparents about the completion of the cycle of life, about having a legacy, about having something of you continue long past your passing. The third theme of Advent is this preparation for incarnation. Incarnation is that sense that God comes to earth in the form of a human child, helpless, dependent. And if you think about that for more than 30 seconds, you kind of go, oh, the God of the universe, the creator of the universe, would love us so much that he would want to be in our form, in our world, with everything that goes on here. There's only one answer to that. That's love. And the preparation part of it is that to fully grasp that mystery, not that we can fully grasp it, but to try to grasp that mystery, we have to do a little, if not housekeeping in Advent, we have to do some heart and health, mind cleaning. Clean out some of that old guilt and anger and stuff that we carry around, all of us, to try to make room to welcome God. So those are our three themes. This is all, you've all heard this before. This is not news to you. It's like a reminder. All right, so if I was going to put on an Advent play, I would assemble a cast. And here's my cast. First of all, I have characters, people, you know, the ones you'd expect. Jesus, Mary, Joseph, the wise men, the kings, the angels, the shepherds, the animals, King David even maybe, and this character called the Messiah or Christ. Symbols, well, light, stars, good news, king and kingdom, the word, the baby, the manger, the stable. These are all words that are rich in meaning to us, rich in symbols. They're bigger than just the word. Reasons, well, love is first. Justice, freedom, peace, promise fulfillment, righteousness, holy. Why is this Advent happening? These are the reasons. And my favorite, the action words, the verbs. Waiting, coming, shine, hope, worship, give, love, wonder, sing, find, astonish, share, teach, and rejoice. This would be my cast for an Advent play. But we're not going to do a play, we're going to do something else. We're going to tear this off straight. Maybe. There we go. Thank you.
Put down the screen this week, Mother.
It doesn't matter. There was some discussion about an Advent song that was unique to us. Creating an Advent song. And Bill and I have, as usual, coordinated wonderfully because he's given you a clue already. We're going to use the tune for that first hymn that we sang. It's a tune from the 1600s. It was first written down by Charles Wesley, the founder of the Methodist Church, who purposely used folk music and even tavern tunes to teach the message of Christ. Of course, he was dealing with a largely illiterate population, and if he could get a catchy, easy-to-sing tune and add to it the message of Christ, he was in business. So we're going to use that tune. It's lasted this well. There's got to be something good about it. And I hum it about 9 months out of the year, so that's where we're going to go. But I'm going to give you a little jump start with this. You don't have to do all the work. We're going to use the waiting theme, all right? As you can see it. I'm going to try to use all my words from that Advent cast. But you have to add some things for me here. What would you say the number one thing people, I feel, isn't there a game that the number one word that the 50 people responded? Yeah. What's the number one word you think that people would respond if we say, we're waiting for an Advent?
Jesus.
In what form?
Messiah.
Well, let's start with the baby. Can we start with the baby? And then we'll go for the Christ. The songwriting, you have to go with fewer syllables, so instead of Messiah, we'll go with Christ. All right. Why will he come? Because he loves us. Bingo. He will come. What is he bringing? Get a good symbol up there. Ooh, way too many syllables.
Good news?
How about a one-syllable word?
Okay.
Peace.
This is good?
What word do you want us to
You want
say?
it? I'm not telling,
Oh.
piece of work. Piece of work. Okay. We are waiting for a baby. We are waiting for the Christ. He will come because he loves us. He will come to bring us peace. All right. We're on to the second week. We are waiting for, now, who are the first characters who show up to announce this? The angels. We are waiting for the angels. Wrong color. How long have we waited?
Couple thousand years.
Yeah.
Long time.
How can we do it in 3 syllables?
Centuries?
How long?
Oh, so long.
Oh, so long. You get another try. Is that right?
So long.
We have waited oh so long. Okay. And what are the angels? What are they doing?
Rejoicing. Singing?
They will sing the Christmas song. And I've forgotten what I was looking for. Ah, who said good news before? Somebody said good news. All right. We will come
With the news, good news.
share the good news. Yeah. We are waiting for the angels. We have waited oh so long. They will come to share the good news. They will sing the Christmas song. All right.
Rhymes.
Moving right on. Yeah, seriously. All right. So what's the next characters on the scene after the angels? Shepherds, yeah. Shepherds. Yeah. Tell you what. We're going to move that down. And I'll explain in a minute. We are waiting for the shepherds. I always have a terrible time with this word. Shepherds. There we go. And who shows up after the shepherds? The kings. They will worship. Where?
At his feet. At his feet.
At his feet. And our friends make a second appearance here while the angels sing Ron's with King. Okay, let's go back and do the third week. Because we need to get a little sense of rejoicing in that third week, you know, the rose week. How can we put some rejoicing in here? Let's find one more way to identify. We've got baby, we've got Christ. That's our
Savior.
Well, hang on. We've got biblical Jesus. We've got Jesus, the Christ.
Son of God?
Yeah. We are waiting for da da da. Got to have 3 syllables. What did you say?
I said our Savior.
We are waiting for our Savior. I should have taken it the first time. We are waiting for our Savior. We are waiting to rejoice. Yes?
Yeah.
What's he going to teach us about? The Savior.
How to love? He will teach us how to love.
Okay. He will teach us how to love. Let's see. He will. We are waiting for our Savior. He will. We're ready to rejoice. He will teach us da 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 da.
The power of love.
The power of His love.
Teach us the power of love.
Well, it's got to be 1 syllable. So we're going to have to contract it if that's what we're going to use.
No, but he will the power.
He will. He will teach.
Teach us.
Will teach or show.
Show, yeah.
He will teach the power of love. How's that?
That works.
We are waiting for a Savior. We are waiting for rejoice. He will teach the power of love. Beautiful. Okay. Maybe voice would rhyme with rejoice.
Yeah.
This is where my head is at. Hearing that first cry of that baby, waiting for the voice. That's where my head is. How we long to hear His voice. There you go. 1 Advent song. Well done. Well done. All right. So let's give it a run through here.
Oh, for real, for real?
Looks like Bill's out of business. Bill, you have this one?
Don't get any ideas, Bill. There's your tune. All right. We are waiting for a baby.
We are waiting for the Christ. He will come because He loves us. He will come to bring us peace. And we are waiting for the angels. We have waited oh so long.